to the channel. It's that time of year, it's almost that festive season, so I'm going to get in the spirit and give something to you guys today, and that is I'm going to extend 3 book recommendations from who I believe to be the 3 wise men of Booktube. Certainly 3 men, gentlemen older than myself at least. Yeah, these channels I really love. I'm going to put them in the comments down below. Please check out their channels. I'm sure that everyone that's watching my video has probably already subscribed to these 3 channels, but I'm going to give book recommendations from each of them and pass that knowledge on to yourselves. These are 3 books that I believe, given a chance, they would recommend to yourselves. They certainly have recommended them to myself. First up is Steve Donahue. Now, over at Steve Donahue's channel, he did do his top 100 books earlier in the year, and on his top 10 video, one of his top 10 books was a book, The Odyssey by Homer. Now, this is a classic ancient Greek poetry work that has been translated. I'm holding up one of these kind of, I think it's like probably a Barnes & Noble or it's a Penguin Classics special edition here, one of those cloth-bound classics. Now, this is a book that I am planning to read next year based on a recommendation by Steve some time ago that I should read the Iliad. I'm going to follow it up with the Odyssey. It is one of his top 10 books of all time, so I do believe he would recommend it given the chance, and I'm certainly going to do so. And I don't think many people could go wrong with picking that recommendation up as well. Second of the wise men I'm going to have as Michael K. Vaughan. He's going to give a slightly different perspective to Steve. They have very different tastes. But one book that I know he would recommend is The Chronicles of Conan. This is one that he's put on one of his top lists previously as well. And I am going to actually take that recommendation upon myself. I'm going to be reading The Black Colossus from this volume next year. Yeah, what can you say about Conan? Classic sword and sorcery stuff. Robert E. Howard is one of Michael's favourite authors. And yeah, I think he would continue to recommend this given the chance. So I'm passing that one on to you guys. Now this is a fantasy channel, so I've gone with a fantasy wise man as my 3rd pick. So from the channel, Philip Chase. I believe Philip would really like more people to read the fantasy series that knocked off Lord of the Rings from the top of his list, and that is Malazan Book of the Fallen. And the best way to get someone to read Malazan Book of the Fallen is to recommend them The Crippled God, because this is book 10 of a 10-book series, or at least a 10-book sub-series. It is a massive book, slightly shorter than the books that actually precede it, but it is probably about 1,250 pages, a very large book, a book that Philip talks about quite a bit, as being quite affecting and wrapping up the series really well. And again, this is a series and a book that I will be reading and completing next year. So it is a recommendation that I've taken on board, and one that I would like to proffer to you guys now in this video. This, I think, is a really fun idea. Maybe that's just me, but if you like some channels that you watch regularly and you think they've got some recommendations, maybe this is a series people could offer these recommendations forwards. Are there 3 booktubers that you watch? Are there 3 particular books that you've noticed that they recommend that you would like to pass on? Feel free to do so. I think it's a really fun idea. I'm trying to get in the festive spirit, and I'm trying to get some good books on my TBR to enhance that as well.